Have you ever thought about becoming a VTuber? I did at one point. Unfortunately, it never happened. But if you have thought about it, one of the things that you think you might need would probably be a model or an avatar. Now, one of the most common things I see whenever I go on Twitter is people fighting each other and getting mad for no reason at all. But the second most common thing I see on Twitter is something along the lines of VTuber artist, graphic artist, VTuber, TBA, commissions open, DM for commission. Pretty much, becoming a VTuber is now easier than ever. With this VTuber market, you can commission a custom-made model, or you can buy and sell one that's been used before, or whatever. But where would you start, since they're pretty much everywhere? Well, let's take a look at a couple of websites I found where you can buy these things. First, let's start with the website where you can sell anything, Etsy. So as we can see here, there's a plethora of different models and stuff, ranging as low as $10, maybe higher than $60. Some of these are on sale though, which I don't really know how Etsy works, but it seems like a good deal. Other than that, you can also sort. You know, do you want one pre-made? Do you want one commissioned? Do you want it free? Do you want the live 2D? Do you want it 3D? Let's take a look at how cheap we can go though. So this is one that's already pre-made, but it's only a half body for $16.94. That's pretty cool, and it honestly looks pretty good for $16.94. And I think it's fully rigged and everything. It's already ready to go. Yeah, very cool, and a lot of options, a lot of different art styles. Well, maybe that's out of your price range. Maybe that's a little too much. But let's go to the website where that's the cheapest website for pre-made stuff, for getting people to do whatever you want. Fiverr. Now, unlike what Fiverr actually says, none of these seem to be $5. Also, unlike Etsy, it seems like there's no real filter or any kind of specifics. Maybe you could like type it in, but you gotta go through a lot of pages to find something exactly that you're looking for. It also seems that people are also just kind of using the word VTuber just for creating any kind of like stream setup. There's a lot of NSFW stuff too. I didn't expect that. Maybe you have trust issues with Etsy. Maybe you don't like Etsy and whatever, and you want something more professional. Well, why don't you try VTuber.gg? It's a VTuber market specifically designed for people who sell VTuber stuff. And right here you can choose between whether you want art only or rig only, and some people do both, and you can work with them on both immediately. But yeah, if you want something more straight up, I think this is a pretty good site. Now, you probably already knew about commissions. You probably already knew that you could commission someone to do it, but you probably were aware of the hefty price that a lot of people do. And maybe you don't want to pay for that. Maybe you don't want to pay for a commission. Maybe you don't really care about how it looks. You just want to get started. Well, you could totally check out Nizima, which is, I believe, associated with Live 2D, so it's directly to it. And they have a specific sale page to buy any kind of pre-built model. It's actually quite interesting. And this website's pretty cool because you can choose between whether you want just an illustration of a model that's already pre-separated with all the different parts and you can rig it yourself, or you can go all the way for a live 2D model fully. Also, they have something interesting here in which you can pay for one that they call a general purpose model, which means it's open for everyone to use. And this is a pre-built model, already ready to go. You just buy it, you export it, you get your model, and you start up. Anything that's a limited item will mean that once you buy it, it's yours alone. That's yours, you become that person. And you can find some pretty quality stuff here, pretty quality stuff. And if you still can't find anything that satisfies you, you can go on places like Twitter, Pixiv, DeviantArt, or Skeb, and look around even further for something you'd like. But ironically, I didn't find any VTuber sellers on eBay or Craigslist, so maybe there's one of you who can be the first there. Now, I bring all this up and I look through all these websites just for the sole fact that I can say I don't like it. That's an exaggeration for clickbait. It's more so I don't think I could do it. For one thing, I'm broke. But also, I made my own model twice. So there's a great sense of pride that I felt in accomplishing that. And before doing this, I hadn't really drawn anything, so I had to teach myself how to draw. And it was actually pretty fulfilling being able to see my progression every time I redrew this model over and over again. So am I saying that buying and selling VTuber models is bad? No. I think it's a great thing. One of the main reasons people shy away from making videos or streaming or anything like that is because they don't want to show their face. Having an easy way to get a VTuber model is like the perfect solution to pass this hurdle. Also, it allows more talented artists to get their work out there and to make some money on the side. It's just something I feel like I could never really do. Creating my own model felt like I was honestly putting a part of myself into it, and it'd just be hard to entrust someone else to do that. Also, people who regularly make models would probably say that my model is pretty subpar, but despite that, the progress I've achieved kind of proves to me that it is possible to improve on my own and make another one. As I'm making this video, I'm actually working on one right now. And as far as selling my model goes, even my old model that I don't use anymore, I honestly feel attached to it. And selling it or giving it away just feels off to me. Even if I were to just like, I don't know, die or quit, I probably still wouldn't want to give it away. But this is just all my own feelings on it. I'd love to know what you guys think. And if you are thinking of becoming a VTuber or already are one, let me know. Did you make your model, or did you buy it or get it commissioned? Either way, there's a lot that can be learned and a lot of fun to be had while doing this.